But you know what? We can redeem ourselves in the single barrel pick section here and try to be a little bit more correct this time around, right, Scott?
I hope so, man. I sure hope so.
So we're going to start with college football game day style picks to revisit our records. We did reasonable last week. I think you might have ousted me in terms of the win record. We were pretty close. I think you might have been 3-2 and I might have been 2-3. But
Yep.
so far this year with betting odds, I am 15-14 and you are 12-17.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
So, we're close, but still got a little gap between us here. So let's see what we can do. But you ready to make some picks for the week?
Yes, sir. Let's hop in.
All right. Let's see what we got here. So I'm going to we're going to do 4 games this week. And so the first one I have is BYU, number 11 BYU at Iowa State. Iowa State is actually minus 2.5. What do you got?
This is such a tough one because I feel like Iowa State is kind of an upset team, but they've also lost to some games lately that I thought they would win. Give me BYU on the road.
Oh man, this one is tough. I also feel like I'm going to go with BYU. I like Iowa State for upsets, but for some reason, I think BYU pulls this one out on the road. Tough road win, but if they want to get to that conference championship, they have to get through Iowa State. Number 15, Missouri at number 10, Vanderbilt, which is a 2.5 favorite. What do you got?
I'm a big believer in both these teams, man. Damn. It sucks that Mizzou is going to Vandy. I would like Missouri at home, but I think with the home field advantage and coming off of a really big win, give me Vanderbilt. That's what my brain says. My heart says Missouri, but I'm going to take Vanderbilt for the purposes of trying to make up some losses.
Yeah, I like Vanderbilt at home as well. Missouri has such a good run game, and that could be the differentiator here is can they chew up the clock with the run game. But I think Vanderbilt's on a streak, and they're going to continue it. It's going to be a close one here. So I got them at least by 3. We have number 8, Ole Miss at number 13, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a 4.5 favorite after an Ole Miss loss last week. So who do you have in that one?
This is really tough. I feel like Ole Miss has only lost once this year, and it was to Georgia. They have beaten LSU, although LSU is maybe not quite the team we thought they were at that time. Oklahoma has had a little bit of rocky couple of weeks here after Mateer's injury. He's back now. I think I'm going to take the points on this one and go with Ole Miss. I know they're away, but it was still a 1-possession game lost to Georgia, 8 points, and I think Georgia's a better team than Oklahoma, so give me Ole Miss at plus 4.5.
Yeah, I don't like the spread. I'm surprised Oklahoma is the favorite. I'm not going to lie. So for that reason, I'm taking Ole Miss. I think it's just a tough spread, so that's why I have to pick Ole Miss here.
Yeah.
Number 3, game of the week. Number 3, Texas A&M, who's still undefeated, minus 2.5 favorite at number 20, LSU.
Well, I already know you've been on A&M all year. I already know you're going with A&M here. 2.5 is not a lot. They're an undefeated team. Be tough to bet against them at this point. I know Arkansas gave them a run for their money last week, though, which is kind of concerning, I think. But give me A&M. I think that 2.5 is just, it's a tight enough spread for me to be comfortable even on the road here.
Yeah, I mean, LSU at home is tough. They're coming off of a loss that I wrongly predicted. I went with them last week and they let me down. The team that hasn't let me down yet, Scott, is Texas A&M, and I think they're not going to let me down once again. So give me the Aggies.
Okay.
So we're going to ride or die together.
Hey, the 2-5 Razorbacks almost beat them this past week, but yeah, I agree. I think that might have been a fluke.
Well, I'll be honest with you, though. Arkansas is a talented team. They are actually a very talented team. So I cannot believe that they're that bad in terms of a how many games they've lost.
They've had a rough schedule. I mean, they've played against, let's see here. They played against Missouri, Texas Tech, Ole Miss. Yeah, they've played some tough teams this year. Notre Dame. Yeah, they played a lot
Yeah.
of tough games this year.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a tough
sorry. You know
schedule.
what? I lied. I was looking too far back. Ignore that. Missouri and Texas Tech, they didn't play this year. That was the end of last season, but still, they've had a rough schedule.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna ride or die on all of our picks, so we're either gonna be glorified or burned together. Let's
Last
move
week we
over.
had all opposites, and this week we have all the same on college. That's kind of wild.
Let's move over to the NFL, where with betting odds, I am 8-8. I was able to pull my record up a little bit, and you are 9-7 so far. So we're pretty close there, and let's see what's going to happen this week. First, we have actually, no, you do the NFL ones. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the Cowboys playing in Denver against the Broncos, with the Broncos being -3.5.
Give me the Broncos. They just scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. They have the momentum, if anything.
Trying to decide if now is the time to be bold. Is now the time to be bold? Give me the Cowboys, bro. They scored 44 points last week. That offense looks electric. They just got to keep playing a little bit of defense. The Broncos have an amazing defense, but the offense is cooking for the Cowboys, so they've got a shot. I'll take it. +3.5, I take it.
That's fair.
I hate the Cowboys. I hate rooting for them, but I think they could win this one. Next game here, Vikings at the Chargers. Chargers 2.5-point favorites. Who you got this one? Sounds like J.J. McCarthy's still not playing this week, most likely. If that helps at all. I don't know if that helps or hurts.
Oh, I don't know. The Chargers, I mean, they had a tough game versus the Colts. Vikings, again, I mean, I don't think they're bad. They just, backup quarterback. He's been doing okay. I got to go with the Chargers on this one, just for that simple fact. I mean, Vikings are tough without JJ.
I just want the Chargers to be good, man. And at times they've looked fantastic. They're at home. Give me the Chargers as well, I guess. I don't feel confident, but yeah, we'll just ride with them.
It's fair.
Up next, the Bears playing in Baltimore against the Ravens. Ravens coming off of a bye week. Ravens are 6.5-point favorites, despite them having a garbage record here. So what are your thoughts on that one?
The only question I have is Lamar back.
Day to day, they don't know. They're not sure.
See, that makes a big difference in my pick, but 6.5 is tough with no Lamar, especially. Give me the Bears to cover, if anything.
Give me the Bears as well. Something I never thought I would say, but if there's a chance Lamar's not playing, I think that the Bears win the game without Lamar playing. That Ravens defense has looked bad. The only silver lining is they've had 2 weeks to plan for this game, but 6.5 is a big spread. Bears, bear down, I think is what they say.
Yep.
All right, and our game of the week, Deeb. Packers going to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Packers are 3.5-point favorites here. Who do you got here?
Packers have looked pretty good so far, but they've had some stumbles. I mean, it's not all, sunshine and rainbows. I gotta go with the. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It just caught up.
Okay, sorry about that. Should I redo that pick?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Sure.
I have to go with the Steelers here. I think that they have looked impressive, and I think they're going to continue on to look impressive at home.
I agree. I think the Packers have been exposed a little bit. They are technically in first place in the NFC, but that's because ties count for a half win, and the record is based upon win percentage, and they've had a bye, so they've had one fewer game than most teams. Yeah, I think the Steelers win this game, and the Packers gonna have to figure something out.
All right, so we have all the same picks this whole week. So that is something that I don't think has ever happened before, Scott.
No, we had one. We had Broncos and Cowboys different.
Okay, sorry. So we have one game difference. So we're gonna ride or die together here on all of our picks. Let's put it that way.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.